Hi, I'm Josh Elliott.
I'm Alex Simpson.
And today we are reviewing My Friend Dahmer in Alex's room. We came over to her house to see it.
It didn't come to any theaters near us.
I don't think it came to any theaters
in our
anywhere.
state. It's on Amazon though.
It made $1.3 million.
What was the budget?
It doesn't say, but it's actually pretty good.
It's a pretty good movie. It's kind of slow, honestly.
But first, what's the story?
This is about Jeffrey Dahmer. He is a serial killer who killed 17 young men
in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, and he raped their corpses and then stored their body parts in his fridge.
And this movie tells the story of him in high school before any of that happened. It's kind of told from Dahmer's perspective, but a lot of it is told from the perspective of Dahmer's best friend who wrote the book that this movie is based off of. And it's kind of all about his mental instabilities gradually showing through high school and how people tend to take advantage of them. Which is funny because this movie didn't come out in many theaters, but it's so relevant to today.
It
after
is,
everything
definitely.
that's been happening.
I assume the book My Friend Dahmer is told from the friend's perspective. And I think I would have enjoyed the movie told from the friend's perspective.
But I did kind of like getting to see inside Dahmer's head.
He was not the most rational person. His family wasn't the most normal family either. His mom was like mentally unstable.
I hit my head.
His mom was mentally unstable and he had a really rough home life. He confided in like these people. I assume they kind of were friends, but like they took advantage of him.
It's kind of odd because we were discussing this a lot during the movie, and then ironically the characters even discussed this in the movie. Is it really bullying because they are using his weird quirks and mental instabilities to their advantage and they're kind of laughing at them, but Dahmer also knows that and he's okay with it and they embrace it and they all hang out with each other. So are they friends or are they making fun of him?
There's some points where Dahmer does come up with ideas on his own, like he wants to be in every yearbook club photo, but there are some things where like towards the end of the movie he just kind of spazzes out in public places. They like paid him to do it. That whole scene kind of shows him like deteriorating because I don't think he wanted to do it in the first place.
This movie explores how some of the reasons he might have become a serial killer were affected by the way he was treated by other people. I loved Ross Lynch's performance.
It was really, really good. He was from Austin Alley on Disney Channel.
But yeah, Ross Lynch is now playing that creepy role that every actor wants to play at some point in their career.
But that's his like first role in a while, isn't it?
He holds nothing back with this character.
No.
Especially in like the spasming out scenes. He very much just goes for the weirdness.
And when he like breaks from the weirdness, he just goes right back into like nothing phases him anymore.
The supporting cast isn't as impressive, but they're still solid.
The mom was pretty good, but I couldn't get over the fact that her wig was so bad.
Alex Wolff is really good. He's kind of the POV character for the audience. If you really don't know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer, then go to the time code
or
at the
you
bottom
want
of
to
the
see
screen.
the movie, like
yeah. I can't tell if I'm disappointed or not that we didn't get to see him as a serial killer.
I thought it was gonna start and do like the whole backstory thing for like half the movie, and then he was gonna start killing people, or at least kill someone.
The movie ends with him picking up his first victim, who was a hitchhiker. And like they drive off. The title card appears that says this person was never seen again.
The hitchhiker was cute. The whole scene with the doctor and the prostate exam.
I loved that scene simply because it was so awkward. My favorite scene of this movie though was the scene right before the end, where he almost kills his friend. He's
talking to his friend and he's like, come in and have a beer. And so they go in and his friend's like not even 10 feet into the door. Jeffrey's like 2 inches behind him. He goes, whoa, dude. Actually, I gotta go. So he leaves. Behind him, Jeffrey's carrying like a baseball bat.
The thing that I think is so impressive about that scene is we know the outcome. We know that he didn't kill John. But I was still terrified.
He couldn't get his car open and he couldn't get his car started.
It's just those little things that build tension.
It's just one of those movies where it's suspenseful the entire time because there's another character tries to play Russian roulette with Dahmer, spins the barrel, and Dahmer's like, nah. And then the guy points it up the sky and shoots the one bullet in the gun. So if Dahmer had done it, he would have died.
My main problem is just a lot of it is really slow. It's only an hour and 45 minutes.
It felt really long. We watched it with Molly. Josh and I were talking like literally the entire time. We were paying less attention to the movie than we probably should have.
I think that's kind of healthy to sometimes talk during a movie just to like see when it heightens your attention and when it doesn't. Because half the time we were talking about the movie. There were other times we would be like, wait, what's happened for the past 5 minutes?
Or something would happen and like the character would say something under their breath. We'd think it was important and we were like, oh, whoa, hold up. What did they just say?
And that's my issue with the end. I think it was a very creative choice to not show him kill anyone, but you ultimately have this kind of slow movie that you feel is building up to something and that you never get to see.
This sounds really bad, but I wanted to see him kill someone.
Just so we could see how deep he's gone. I feel like a lot of the most interesting information about Dahmer is really just left to the Wikipedia articles. Cinematography.
The colors were nice. The set design was really good. It stayed really true to the 70s. Also, their house was gorgeous.
I loved the costumes as well.
Because it wasn't like outrageous 70s.
We should do this more often. Review movies like immediately after we see them. Because I feel like a lot of what we liked and what we didn't like is fresh in our mind.
Right. Well, Molly gave it an 8.
Should that count though, since she's
I don't know. Molly and Madison both gave it an 8. I'm gonna give it a 6. Because I would have liked to A, have seen him murder someone, and B, for it to be a lot shorter. Or like the scenes to be more engaging, because it was like really boring scenes where he's just kind of sitting there and It's a 6, like so high up because of the cinematography. I just like the murdery kind of aspect and the whole scenes towards the end where he starts to get more crazy.
I thought this movie was creepy and very good at being uncomfortable. It also did a really good job at delving deep into the mind of a to-be serial killer. I like that aspect of it. Ross Lynch is a good actor, but kind of like Alex was saying, it was slow and I feel like it wasn't super worth it because it didn't build to what we wanted it to build to. So I'm also going to give it a 6. So our final verdict is a 6. 6 mutilated corpses out of 10. What did you think of My Friend Dahmer? If you saw it, which you probably haven't because $1.3 million. If you comment,
we will repeatedly hit a tree with a baseball bat.
Peace out, guys.
I hope you liked our review of My Friend Dahmer. If you want to see more, click here to watch our last video and click here to subscribe. Thank you so much.